Yo, what is up, Sexy Beast? Bald Toothpick here, and today we're going to be comparing the original Waw Thompson to the Black Ops 3 Thompson, and then taking a look at both these weapons on round 50. So let's go ahead and get this shit started. So the first thing I'm going to do is let you guys watch and listen to both of these weapons, both the unupgraded versions and the upgraded versions, just so we guys can see and hear the differences, and overall decide for yourself which one you think looks and sounds better. And I'm also going to go ahead and let you guys listen to my real Thompson that I actually have. It's a real gun, just so we guys can see what the video game Thompsons sound like to the actual real thing. So here you go. So there's a lot of misconceptions about the Thompson in Zombies. Everyone seems to think that the World War Thompson is the exact same thing as the Black Ops 2 and the Black Ops 3 Thompson. They're similar, but they're not the same thing. Saying they are the same thing is like saying a Lamborghini Aventador is the same thing as a Lamborghini Diablo. Yes, they're both Lamborghinis, but they're different Lamborghinis, and that's the same with the Thompsons. The Thompson in World War is an M1A1, while the Thompson in Black Ops 3 is an M1927, and there are a lot of differences. I could go on forever about the differences between these Thompsons, but basically the M1A1 was the military version, and the M1927 was a civilian version. Now the M1927 never actually was available in fully automatic, if I remember this correctly. The M1927 was only available in semi-automatic, but could be easily converted to fully automatic, and that's why it was actually classified as a machine gun in the National Firearms Act. Now the Thompson that you saw me shoot in the video is my own personal Thompson that I own, but it's actually a replica version of the M1927 and the 1921. It's a combination of those two guns made by Auto Ordnance, and it's absolutely amazing, definitely one of my favorite guns I've ever shot in. And when it comes to the overall looks and sounds of a real Thompson, which one sort of fits that bill a little bit more, the World War or the Black Ops 3 version, I kind of have to give it to the World War Thompson. Doesn't sound exactly like a real one, but it definitely sounds a lot closer. When it comes to the overall feel of it, again, I kind of have to give it to the World War Thompson. It definitely does feel like more of a real gun to me. I say it all the time, and I'll say it one more. Black Ops 3 weapons just kind of feel like toys to me. But enough of that randomness, let's go ahead and get on to the test. So the first thing we're going to do is the fire rate. I line up both these weapons side by side, and I start shooting at the exact same time. The Black Ops 3 M1927 is going to get done shooting a little bit faster, which really didn't surprise me whatsoever. I knew the M1927 was going to be a lot faster than the Thompson, just because in Zombies, I know what both of these weapons' fire rates are, just because I like to compare other weapons to these weapons when it comes to fire rate, so I knew the Black Ops 3 version was going to be a little bit faster. Now when it comes to the overall accuracy, this is where I was kind of tossed, and I really didn't know which one was going to win until I actually saw them side by side, and I'm definitely giving this one to the World War Thompson. That thing has a very tiny reticle. It does have some pretty mean recoil. Its recoil is definitely going to be a lot worse than the M1927, but when it comes to just really overall accuracy, I feel like I can snipe zombies whether I'm ADSing or hip firing with the World War Thompson from like halfway across the map, and I feel like I can barely hit things in like medium range with the Black Ops 3 Thompson. So when it comes to overall accuracy, I'm definitely going to give this one to the World War Thompson. Now lastly, before we actually get on to the ammo and the upgraded weapons, let's go ahead and take a look at the reload speed. Start reloading at the exact same time, and it looks like the World War Thompson is actually going to be done first, but the Black Ops 3 one does actually get back to shooting faster. With the World War version, you kind of have that little hesitation before you can actually start shooting again, while with the M1927, you kind of just get back to shooting right away. Alright, so now we have those tests out of the way, let's go ahead and take a look at the ammo, and then we'll redo all those tests with the upgraded versions. So the World War Thompson is going to carry 20 in its magazine and 200 in stock, and when you actually upgrade this thing to the Gibbs-O-Matic, it's going to carry 40 in its magazine and 250 in stock. So when it comes to ammo, this weapon was not known for its abundance of ammo. It really doesn't have that much whatsoever. You're going to find yourself going through ammo incredibly fast. Now luckily, the World War Thompson in Doris was placed in just such a great location that getting ammo for it is incredibly easy. But once you actually get this thing upgraded to the Gibbs-O-Matic, one thing that I did notice when I was going to high rounds was you might not make that 4,500 points back to keep getting ammo. You might just barely make it sometimes, and sometimes you might not make enough points to keep buying ammo. So hypothetically, if you have the Gibbs-O-Matic full ammo and you had 0 points, you might be able to get yourself to 4,500, and you might not. It really all depends on how good you are at point whoring, just because this thing doesn't carry that much ammo, it has an incredibly fast fire rate, so in the long run, you would really have to keep a conscious effort to actually make sure you keep making more and more money. Now if we take a look at the M1927, that's going to carry 50 in its magazine because it has a drum mag, which is going to carry a lot more, and it's also going to carry 350 in stock. And when you actually upgrade this thing in Black Ops 3, it's going to become the Untouchable, while in Black Ops 2 it's going to become the Speakeasy, and the Untouchable is going to carry 100 in its magazine and 500 in stock. So when it comes to overall ammo, the Black Ops 3 M1927 just absolutely dominates the World War Thompson. Yes, the World War Thompson in some maps is just placed in like the greatest location ever, and the M1927 is a wall weapon on some maps and it's not really placed in the best location, but goddamn, does it just carry so much more fucking ammo, and you are definitely going to make enough money to keep going back and buying more ammo. So when it comes to overall longevity, the M1927 is definitely going to win that one. Alright, so now let's go ahead and take a look at all those tests over again with these upgraded weapons, and the first thing we're going to start with is going to be the fire rate. I line up both these weapons side by side, and I start shooting, and the Black Ops 3 M1927 is going to be a little bit faster. So on paper, it's really not that much, but in zombies, if you're really about ready to get cornered, you got one zombie coming straight at you, you might want the M1927 just because it does have that faster fire rate. Next up, let's go ahead and take a look at the accuracy, and really not much changes here. The Thompson is absolutely amazing when it comes to accuracy. Those reticles are so small, you could hip fire zombies from halfway across the map and still headshot them. That thing is absolutely amazing with its hip fire, and they both do have some mean recoil. The Thompson in World at War is going to be way worse than the Black Ops 3 Thompson, but I definitely do think the hip fire with the World at War version definitely does make up for its pretty insane recoil, because goddamn, that hip fire with that Thompson in World at War just comes in handy so much. And if we take a look at the reload speed, it's going to be similar to the unupgraded versions. The World War Thompson looks like it's about to be done first, and then the Black Ops 3 version sneaks in right by. So really, when you upgrade these things, they're basically going to stay the exact same. The Black Ops 3 M1927 is going to be a lot faster, while the World War Thompson is going to be a lot more accurate. So it really all kind of depends on what you want for a Thompson in the early rounds. Do you want more accuracy, or do you want more firepower? If you want more firepower, you're definitely going to want to go with the M1927. It carries more ammo, it's got a faster fire rate, and it's got a faster load speed. It's going to be the quicker gun, and it's going to get you a lot more points. But if you want more accuracy and maybe a little bit more deadly, you might want to go with the World War Thompson, because goddamn, I can't stress this enough how fucking good it is to hip fire with this weapon. You could literally be halfway across the map from a zombie, hip fire, and probably headshot him. That's how small those reticles are for a submachine gun. That's pretty impressive. So for early rounds, really all kind of depends on what you want. For me personally, I'm always going to stick with the original World War Thompson, just because I have so much time with that. I know literally everything about it. I know exactly where the recoil's going. I know exactly how to use it with hip firing. I'm just so used to it that I feel really, really comfortable using it. Well, with the M1927, I don't feel as comfortable with it. But I feel like if you give me 1,000 hours, and yes, that's how much time I have in World War, and that's just on PC, not counting any of the other consoles. If you give me 1,000 hours with the M1927, I might choose it over the Thompson, but as of now, I gotta stick with the original OG World War Thompson for early rounds. So now before we actually get on to the round 50 fun stuff, let's go ahead and talk about these weapons in multiplayer, and then I kind of want to talk about my real life Thompson. So in World War multiplayer, the Thompson was a pretty decent gun. It was actually one of my favorites, but of course that's not what everyone went with. Everyone was always going with the MP40 Juggernaut or MP40 Double Tap or whatever else that other perk was called. I can't remember off the top of my head, but basically everyone in World War, if you were tryharding, was running MP40 Jug. That was the dominant class, and if you ran anything else, you were probably an idiot. But every now and then I would branch out with the Thompson, and I would find myself doing pretty well with it. Now in multiplayer, you really can't be headshotting people from halfway across the map because it's a little bit different than shooting at a zombie that's running straight for you. So in multiplayer, this thing really wasn't good for anything other than close range. Unless you threw the red dot on it, you could probably get away with medium range, but everything was really up close and personal with this thing in multiplayer. And again, I don't ever play Black Ops 3 multiplayer, so I don't know if the M1927 is in it. If it is, let me know in the comments because I would love to know. So the closest we're going to get to the M1927 is just throwing a drum mag on the World War Thompson, and sometimes I would actually do that, depending on what map size you're playing on. That drum mag can be very, very helpful. All you have to do is just run around the map, hip fire for days, and you're going to get a lot of kills. Again, all depends on what map you're on. If you're playing on a big map like Airfield, you might not want that drum mag, you might not even want the Thompson, but if you're playing on a small map like the one I can't remember, I think it's called Dome or something, it's wherever the last mission in the World War campaign is. I can't fucking remember what that map's called. I just had it like a moment ago, but if you're playing on that map, having the Thompson with the drum mag would probably be very, very helpful. So my Thompson in real life is so fucking cool. I absolutely love that thing. It is so much fun to shoot, and whenever I go to a range, everybody wants to see it and everybody wants to take a picture with it just because it's such an iconic weapon. And it's actually pretty accurate from about 25 yards. I actually want to shoot it at 100 yards. I don't think I'm going to hit anything, just to see if I can even come anywhere close to the target, because this thing was actually somewhat accurate. The thing that really kind of sucks about the Thompson is it's so goddamn heavy. The Thompson that I have is about 12 pounds, which for a gun is actually pretty heavy. Its competitor in World War II, the MP40, was a couple pounds lighter and apparently was a lot easier to shoot than the Thompson. And also, my version doesn't have the short barrel like you see in World War. My version actually does have a long barrel, so my total length of my gun is going to be 16.5 inches, which is pretty fucking long. I didn't think it would be that long. I'm kind of regretting it now. I kind of wish I would have went with the short barrel version, but I still love mine. So that's enough talk. Let's go ahead and get on to the goodies. Let's talk about both these weapons on round 50. Let's go ahead and start with the World War Thompson first. So if you have been a fan of my channel for a while, you will probably know that I have a raging erection for this World War Thompson. It's one of my all-time favorite weapons in zombies, not only because it's such an iconic weapon, but because it's actually pretty fucking good on high rounds. I would honestly compare it to the Black Ops 3 Vesper. It's not going to get you a lot of kills, but it's going to get you kills quick, and it's very, very powerful. It has a good headshot multiplier, and on round 50, you unload some bullets into a zombie, and it's going to die pretty fucking quick. Now, you're not going to be getting a ton of kills because you're going to find yourself out of ammo before anything else, but if you do need a weapon to actually get a kill or two, this thing is going to be for you, and running out of ammo may not necessarily be a bad thing. Like I said, in World War II, the Thompson is located in the best possible location any other gun can be located in. No matter what strategy you're doing, you always find yourself running through that furnace room, and you always have the opportunity to buy ammo. It really all comes down to, are you going to make the points back again? If you can, going back and buying ammo isn't really that big of a deal, but if you can't, you're going to find yourself going broke. So now let's go ahead and talk about the M1927. So this thing has a lot of pros going for it. It's got a lot of ammo, it's got a fast fire rate, fast reload speed. What's there not to love about it? Really, the only difference between this and the World War Thompson on round 50 is the Thompson in World War is actually going to be able to get you some kills, while the M1927 is going to struggle. In terms of damage, the M1927 is going to be a little bit behind. So that's why on round 50, you really don't see the M1927 going out there and getting a lot of kills. You will get some over time, but not a lot. Even with all the ammo you actually do carry, you're not going to find yourself getting a lot of kills. So I would say if you unloaded all the ammo in the M1927 and all the ammo in the World War Thompson, you might get the same amount of kills, but the World War Thompson is going to do it a lot faster, and the M1927 is going to take a lot longer. But with the M1927, since that thing does carry a fuck ton of ammo, you're going to be able to make all the points back, so you're going to be able to constantly go back and get more and more ammo. But at that point, is it really even worth it? So hypothetically, if these weapons were in the same map, and on round 50, if you were to ask me, which weapon would you rather have? I'm definitely going to choose the World War Thompson. Not just because I have a huge nostalgia boner for it, but because it's going to be able to get some kills quick. I have no interest in weapons that really don't get that many kills and take a while to do it. Just not a huge fan of it. I would rather have a weapon that can get some kills and do it pretty quick than a weapon that can get some kills and takes a long time. And I'm not going to lie, my whole early rounds pick is definitely just me being completely biased, but when it comes to higher rounds, you definitely have to look at all the pros, all the cons, and you definitely have to give it to the World War Thompson. But hell, that's just my opinion, and that's based off of how I play zombies. You might have a completely different opinion, which is totally fine. Everyone plays zombies differently, so let me know in the comments which one you prefer on both high and low rounds. I'm very interested to see your opinion. So that is going to be it for this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed, and real quick, I want to say shout out to my Patreon supporters. You guys are awesome and help make these videos possible. If you are curious about being a Patreon supporter, go ahead and check out that link in the description. You get a bunch of cool stuff, videos early, your name on my head, and tons more. So if that sounds interesting to you and you're wanting to support my channel a little bit more, go ahead and check that out. Link will be in the description. And also go ahead and follow me on Twitch, Twitter, and Instagram. You know exactly where those links are going to be located, so go ahead and follow me on that. And last but not least, hopefully you guys have a fantastic day, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.